Hello, my name is Veronica and welcome to my channel. I am back with basket number 2 of my Ultra Mega Altenew haul. If you missed number 1, there will be a link in the description box so you can go there to see it. Basket number 2 is Craft Your Life project kits, and this one is fragrant florals. Y'all, this is absolutely stunning. I love the sentiments with it. Sending hugs and snuggles, that's my favorite. My students always said they loved getting my hugs from me, and I loved giving them their hugs. This one is from 2022, and it comes with everything, y'all. Even the envelope, the Ariel envelopes that she put them in are really nice thick envelopes. But each one of these Craft Your Life project kits comes with the die, of course the subscription inspiration guide for what you can do with it, comes with the stencils, and also comes with the embossing folder, the 3D embossing folder. This is what is inside every one of these packets that I'm about to share with you. The die, the stencil, the embossing folder, and the stamps. I doubt if I will take out every single thing inside of each one, but I'll just share it with you. The garden rose. As Altenew has gone forward, if you go back and look at some of their things from 2015, 2016, and earlier, the layering was not as precise as it is now, because they have taken to doing the numbers, and in the die cuts, I want to say it's Altenew, that some of them now have the keyholes for them. I love the font, the typography on here. Very plain, very simple, very easy to read. Nothing crazy. It's all about friendship. And then some of the things that you can make with it. Again, stencil, embossing folder, and the die cut is in there. This one I love. Seasonal blooms, but it's an outline stamp set, and I do like that, because this just lets me have all the freedom that I need when coloring this in. Again, I have this stamp in something else. It could be Crafter's Companion. You're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think, but the font is different. I love the thanks and the big high. This is really nice. And then again, the inspiration guide showing you the embossing folder, the die cuts, the stamps, and the stencils. And here you get these die cuts in there. Let's see if I can pull that one out, because it has quite a few. Yes, with some of the words, and then just some of the shapes to go around the outsides of these very large ones to cut those out. So I like that. This one is a seasonal blooms. The Floral Acanthus is another outline stamp set. This is a 2022 one, and again, because I love paints and inks and coloring, this is right up my alley. So we have our stamps, our stencil, dies, and then the folder. And these, oh, this is just like Be Still My Heart. And again, as they have gotten better in what they do, they've given you the color palette to help you with your project. And again, the inspiration guide is included inside of here. This next one, another outline. It's Magnolia and Blooms. Love the sentiments and the boldness, and then the one underneath, so I don't have to piece it together. it's already together for me. Like, do your best always. Let your light shine through. This corner one on here is beautiful. The lines around here are pretty simple, so you could fussy cut some of those out for sure. And again, this is everything that came in there with the stamp set, the stencil, the die, and the embossing folder. Of course, an inspiration guide and another palette color suggestion. Love it. Right up my alley still with these outline stamps. And this one is fluorescence. Love it. Love it. I love the script in here because it actually looks like handwriting. You know I love this. And again, that's going to be the die set over here. Let's see. There we go. Stamp, stencil, die, embossing folder. Now this one did not include the color palette. And that is the fluorescence. My next one is Never Stop Dreaming. Of course, another outline stamp set, so you know I'm crazy about this. I do love some of the larger words that are here. Never forget how much I love you. Never gonna give you up. Uh-oh, I'm about to start singing some Barry White there. We believe in you. When someone needs inspiration, again, never stop dreaming. Everything is possible. You just gotta believe. And this is beautiful. Oh my gosh. And then the die is gonna cut out the whole thing. That embossing folder, stencils, stamp set, some inspiration there. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. Okay, moving along, girl. Feathered lilies. I love myself some lilies. These are gorgeous. Now, I'm not that fond of some of these. They are like really tiny. I like what they say, but oh my goodness, they're small. The thank you smile, congrats, hello and love. I mean, this is from 2022. So this is probably still available, maybe, on their site. That embossing folder, oh my goodness. That is like luxury overload. I gotta pull that one out. Wow. Yeah. Okay. So if you did not see the first video, I talked about how I came across these. They were a listing for sale, and the lady who was selling them was cleaning out her craft room. She was not going to be able to craft like she had planned to do because her husband had had a stroke and she became his major caregiver. This one is Hello Beautiful, another outline stamp set. Again, I'm not too crazy about these tiny, 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 tiny ones. I'm like, maybe a repeated stamping of it to make it a border or something across the bottom would have more of an impact than just that little tiny thing there. But she was cleaning out and getting rid of everything. She's a beautiful person. We chatted for quite some time, talked about some of the struggles that she was facing, and I wanted to make sure that the caregiver was also getting care, because I told her she is definitely going to need that. And it was just a beautiful meeting with her. I was sad that she wasn't going to be able to craft because I knew she loved it. Look at all the time and energy she put into getting everything organized. This one is called Silk Art, and it's a silhouette stamp set. Kind of more of the watercolory type vibe, because I could see this just splattering out beyond the edges and then putting that silhouette on top. And this one shows the dies, and here's the stencil. The embossing folder is in there, and I'm sure it is gorgeous too. Oh, and it is. It's absolutely beautiful. Love it. But they had to have work done in the house because her husband's in a wheelchair. And I commended her for having pulled up all of the carpet so that he could roll in his wheelchair. And this one is a layering set. Y'all know how I am with that. I don't know. But because these are numbered, it might be a little easier for me. It's a lot to this one, and it might be one of those that goes into a D-stash. But I love that they've given you the color palette and given you the inspiration on there. Let's see if I can get one that shows. This one is showing the stencils, the layering thing that you can get once you use a stencil. I was looking for one that was going to show the dies, but this is the die that you would get. And this one is from 2022. And that will cut that out. So I commended her for getting the carpet pulled up because that's going to make it easier for his wheelchair. And they also had a living room where the flooring was uneven. It's like you step down. So they had to get the floor raised up so that he could navigate. And right now they are kind of in their breakfast nook den area. That's where she had their beds moved to. And he was in a hospital bed before, but she went out and got 2 twin beds for them so that they could be there, and then he could be next to the railing so that he would be able to pull himself up when he needed to. The die, stamps, embossing folder, stencil, vintage tapestry. Again, I don't know if this is one that I'll keep. I do love these. You're strong, beautiful, capable, and simply awesome. Every day is a second chance to be better than you were the day before. Now that's a V-ism. That came from me. This is beautiful. But it's a lot of stuff. And I think with doing this, I cut out a step or two. Like, I don't know. These two together, this was not so bad. Because this goes together. And this goes together to make that leaf. So I like the way they've laid it out, and I don't have to try to figure out what goes with what. As I said, as they went on through the years, they have gotten better with their instructions on how to use it. So she does have her son there who is helping with his dad and helping her. This is Elegant Motifs. Different from the outline because these are layering, but not a whole lot. So when I see the little tiny ones like this, ignore my nails. They all were long at one point, like this one, nice and pretty, and then something went awry, and they left me. But this is nice. That's really pretty. The embossing folder is gorgeous. All the dies that you get to cut it out. And it does come with a stencil. Elegant Motifs. So her son is there helping them. And she had talked about moving to an apartment. So they're working with a realtor to probably try to find them a ranch, a home maybe in a gated senior community. And I told her that would be her better bet. Please, whatever you do, don't go to an apartment. So the Dynamic Blossoms, it's a lot of layering going on in there. So yeah, we'll see. This may not be hanging around. And then the final one is a Lush Garden, and it is a layering set. I can see myself using just the outline ones on here. Again, this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers to it. It looks like quite a few. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yeah, quite a bit. So, if I were to use this, I could see myself only using portions of it. Again, layering just ain't my whole thing. I like to choose which parts I want for the bits and pieces. The stamps, they're the dies that come in. Of course, the stencil and the embossing folder are in there also. And I bet this embossing folder is breathtaking. And it is. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Lush garden. Totally lush. This is the second basket in my Ultra Mega Altenew haul. And these are the Craft Your Life project kits. Stay tuned while I share with you a project that I created using one of these beautiful stamp sets. As always, thank you for joining me in the Learning Lab. Please be sure to check out my blog if you get a chance. I'm hoping to post some of these pictures over there. And then continue on in this playlist of my mini series of my Ultra Mega Altenew haul.